Alright, hey everybody. This is Ark, otherwise known as the original creator for the Creepypasta character Sexual Offenderman. Now, I don't make public appearances very often, but I have some exciting news for you all. One of the Offenderman fans has actually gone and successfully created a Offenderman fan game. So to support them and reward their efforts, I decided to do a little Let's Play of the game. Now, this will be my first time experiencing the game as well. I made sure to hold off from looking at too much of the development stuff, so we'll be able to experience it together and kind of get my honest reaction. Although, at the same time, I didn't want to waste this opportunity to let you guys in on one of my own projects. So this will also be the official announcement for a Kickstarter I'm starting up. Now this Kickstarter will be to pay for artists, and these artists will contribute their hard work into helping me finish an official guidebook for the Sexual Offenderman character. And with the goal of this guidebook will be to essentially tutorialize for you guys how to better use the Offenderman character, as well as a number of the more difficult topics surrounding the character. Or at least to depict the character in a more realistic way, and a way that's a bit more compassionate to people who have suffered from the sort of traumas this character associates with. So both links will be in the description below, one for the Kickstarter and one to download this game. But yeah, so there will be various reward tiers listed on the website. Although one of them in particular, I figured it's best to show some physical examples real quick. But the highest reward tier for the Kickstarter, or I'll be offering, is I'll be able to make you guys little polymer clay sculptures. So here's one that's of Mimikyu, the Pokemon. And essentially polymer clay is a kind of oven-baked clay that's most often used for making beads for jewelry, but using it I can make basically anything. And in particular, sculpting little figurines. And you would basically treat it like a commission, but it would be a big help for anyone who would like to contribute to the Kickstarter. And with some of the lower reward tiers as well, can have physical print copies of the guidebook made, can have early access to the digital copies. But whatever you guys can donate will be appreciated. As mentioned, the end goal will be to be able to pay artists to contribute art to the Offenderman guidebook, in the hopes of making the guidebook more legible and more fun to read, more easy to understand. And depending upon how much gets raised for the Kickstarter, I might be able to pay for additional translators for the book as well, to just try and get it in as many different languages as we can. Although the final guidebook will be free to have and distribute in its digital copy form. Since the goal of the guidebook is to be helpful for the fan community as a whole. And to be honest, frankly, I'm a bit tired of having to explain the same things over and over again, as well as seeing you guys attempt to tackle the pretty heavy topics the character deals with and making a pretty clumsy go at it. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you guys that the character deals with some pretty heavy topics. So the better we can depict those topics, the better overall. But back on topic, So today, as I mentioned, today is the official release of this fan game, which has just been called Offender. Although one more thing to note, paying for the game and contributing to the Kickstarter are two separate things. Technically, you don't have to purchase the game, but there is an option to donate money for it. Donating to the Kickstarter will not go to the developer of this game. There'll be an option on the website where you download the game from, so please consider contributing to them as well. And if I understand it correctly, this is intended to be part 1 of a 3-part game. So you would also want to keep an eye out for the later releases of chapters 2 and 3 for the game. So you can consider this sort of a demo for it, but also kind of not. But without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, for those who aren't paying attention, it does look like there's a trigger warning for flashing lights in this game, so if you have epilepsy, be careful of that. Well, it seems a bit bare bones for the start menu, but otherwise looks promising so far. It's a decent atmosphere and can get a bit of a preview for what kind of graphics it has. Hang on, let me get a bit more light in here. Alright, there we go. I did see some screenshots of it before now, some of the early development sort of things. And it did look promising, at least graphics-wise. But, I mean, we are all Creepypasta fans here. We should have a basic understanding of what we could expect from indie horror games and not set the bar too high. So let's hop in. Actually, I guess let's check controls first. Oh, there's a jump button. Wonder if we'll actually use that in-game. Alright. Alright, there's no option to save here, as it says, so we'll have to plow through the whole thing as much as we can. And this must be the 3-part structure, as I mentioned earlier. So let's start with 2001. Alright, let's do this. Official fan game for my character. Let's see how well they did. Lacey. Alright, so it looks like we're marble hornetsing it up with recording everything. With seeing everything through the eyes of a camera. And everything's on fire. It looks like they're getting pretty creative with the set design and animation so far. Like that busting down the door wasn't bad. Oh, look, there's a Fenderman. Dang, dead already. So I guess you can't spend too long or you'll just die immediately. So let's try that again. Oh wait, this is an arcade machine in the corner. A lot of the stuff gets covered by the VHS effects. Don't leave, smiley face. You know, a crowbar would be pretty handy here. Objective, find a way out. Hey, I'd like to thank you for helping me to get ready for the next day. As a way to show my appreciation, I left you a little present in your room. Just so you know, you need to buy a bouquet of various colored roses for the man who's going to tour the mansion. He's tall and always wears a fedora. If you see him, please tell him that Ava won't be here for the ceremony. Auditorium. Alright, looks like that's locked, so back into the fire. There's an audio cue that sounds like something should be picked up, but... oh, there it is. Heh, Lacey Stewart's. Wait, is that me? Alright. Utility closet. But yeah, I do like how it's clear they've put some effort into assembling the environments. Hey, a crowbar! Didn't think they'd actually go the full Gordon Freeman. And of course a flashlight. It really does tie the whole Slenderverse games together to be able to have a flashlight. So it's appropriate for the setting. Looks like they're doing the try not to look directly at him stuff too. I mean, it makes sense. It's one of the staples of the genre. Ooh, a little animation for the crowbar, too. And of course, blood splatter, or possibly something else. And into the cellar. It is kind of funny to try and keep a film noir aesthetic in what's supposed to be 2021. I mean, on top of the VHS aesthetic. But let's explore the area. Huh. Electric chairs. And dead bodies. Bit of unusual thing to find. And arrows pointing to the dead bodies. And coffins. Apparently you gotta find a key for it. You can't just smash it open with the crowbar. Another collectible over here. Please stop something. Maybe it'll be easier when I pick up the thing. Ellen has been taken care of. Lacey was locked in her room. The rest have been taken care of. The entire mansion is a fire hazard. I don't really care. If a fire starts, I'll leave everyone locked inside. I'll make sure nobody escapes. Oh, so it was a mansion this whole time. Alright, let's see if it makes it easier. No, don't. Please stop. He eats your mind? Yeah, the text's too hard to read. This one. Sewers are the exit. Various medieval torture devices. Drawing of Offenderman. I guess I'll follow the arrows for a while. Alright, a keypad door. Looks like I can't interact with it, though. I'm writing this before I get the hell out of this place. In case someone stumbles upon my note, the wall just exploded. I have no idea how. Now it's my chance. If anyone's reading this, I probably escaped. I didn't escape. The exit is closed off, and there's an electronic gate that appears to be keeping something in. An exit? I saw 3 doors. One of them has to lead to somewhere. I've been searching for what felt like hours. I found a key card near the key hangers that appears to have the code I need to open the gate. I'm out. It was the right code. Then, looks like part of the code's been lost. It was a long-ass code, though. Half the code has been ripped off. I need to retrieve the card. I don't remember seeing any key holders on the way here, but I guess I'll go look around for the card. Oop. Count the lines between the lines. Oop. Looks like tentacles. Try to go. Oh, man. I'm getting, like, stuck on the door. Dang. The classic jump scares. What just happened? I guess it was scripted after all. I guess he opened the door for me. Alright. And we're back. Maybe I'll find something down here. Well, let's see. Looks like that door won't open. This one won't either. I guess it's just kind of set dressing doors, not real doors. Probably have to get in there somehow. That ladder has to lead to an exit, but how am I gonna get to the other side? Okay, I guess new goal. Find a way to reach the ladder. Safe room. Nothing can harm you. Well, if you say so. Once again, I struggle to read the wall text. The chairman? Oh, well, we'll go around get the collectibles. Actually, I think I might recognize that image. Sean Templeton's anniversary is in 3 months. I advise everyone to prepare the auditorium, starting in 1 week. Don't forget to buy rose bouquets for the chairman. Signed, Executive Assistant. Alright. I have to turn the camera off before watching the tape. Okay, how do I turn the camera off? I don't remember that being an option in the controls menu. Maybe I missed something. I'll just press all the buttons for a bit. Alright, that pauses it. It doesn't have a option to look at the controls here. Oh, well, let's just keep going, see if we can figure it out. Oh, and apparently we can't leave until we watch the tape. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Just had to put it on the table. Alright, let's watch that tape. Well, first let's take a second to admire that now we don't have the VHS fuzz. Apparently we just have really bad eyesight. Just like as a human being. Alright, here we go. Okay, the tape is playable too. Well, that was short. Dang, I hope I didn't miss any secrets with that tape. Although, while I don't have the camera up, let's go read this. The chairman is searching for us. He killed everyone. Alright. Window, other side? Alright. Alright, back to the camera fuzz. Because navigating through an emergency situation while it's harder to see is clearly the best option. Well, now it's lit up. Oh, we can break it now. I guess we had to look at instructions for how to break glass with a crowbar. Alright, that door won't unlock. Let's see, what does this one say? Not seen, but never far behind. Roses are traps. Something means danger. Oh, violin means danger. And you already have the sickness. Freedom awaits. Take Rose, gain freedom. Nah, that's not how it works, so that's a trap. Now we're kind of squished in here, it's hard to see. Now, Rose grants wishes, Rose grants freedom. I guess this is Offenderman's scribbling. You know, he does have notoriously bad handwriting. But I guess that means all the other ones have been Offender stuff too. Alright, that door's locked. Whoop, what happened here? Everything's gone red. How is this door locked? I know it wasn't earlier. Is this a dead end? Dare you? Well, let's see if there's any way out first. Alright, I guess we'll just go get the rose. Looks like we're trapped. Don't think I have a choice. Alright. Let's see that jump scare. And giving me a bet. There it goes. You died. Alright. Oh, that's probably one of the bad endings. I assume there's better ones you can find. But I figure this makes for a decent teaser for you guys. Give you a little something to encourage you to play it for yourself. Now, I'm not quite sure how many endings there are specifically, but I expect there's at least one more than this. So, yeah, I guess you can call me pleasantly surprised. The game has been a bit more in-depth, and you can clearly tell they put some effort into it. Like, it's an actual playable game and has some interesting animations and stuff. Like, there are a bunch of little touches that I wasn't expecting. I know they had some troubles being able to animate some of the harder bits. Like Offenderman especially, I remember they talked about having some trouble with animating them. And they got the style down pretty well for the creepypasta, spooky jump scares sort of thing. But yeah, for those of you who are expecting more of a graphic content for the game, you can kind of rest a bit easier. As the trigger warnings say, it should just be spooky, flashing lights, and implied gore and stuff. So you shouldn't have to worry too much about playing it if you're sensitive to more adult content. But it seems perfectly playable. Glad they didn't get gratuitous with anything. So yeah, I hope the next 2 chapters are good, and if there's enough interest in this one, I might be persuaded to go into some of the secrets that the developer has built into the game. Or perhaps find some of the alternate endings. But yeah, the developer has mentioned that they added some secret modes to the game, so it could essentially do another playthrough that goes into some of the cheat codes you could find and stuff like that. But we'll see how much traffic this one picks up and whether or not it's worth to make a sequel. But once again, check out the description for links to the Kickstarter to help me finish up the Offenderman guidebook, which once complete will be released for free. And of course, check out the link to the game. It's being hosted on itch.io, and it has a pay-as-you-want feature for downloading the game, so technically it can be free, but I do recommend you supporting the creator for their hard work on putting the game together, as I'm sure your support for the game will also help to get the next 2 chapters released. So yeah, feel free to share this video around to your friends. I won't necessarily say like and subscribe because this isn't really a common thing for me. I'm not really a let's play sort of person. But support the developer, support the Kickstarter, and if all goes well, I'll see you guys later in a part 2.